Hello and welcome once more to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Altered Morality, a necessary evil tale. Now, when last we left off, the group of villains had managed to take down a bunch of scavs to claim what is, of course, rightfully theirs, even if they didn't have their hands on it prior to it being rightfully theirs. Yeah, there's John. Hi, John. Already bringing up the peanut section.
Hi, John.
Howdy.
And before they had a chance to really look things over, from up above, they had some dude fly in wearing this bright orange and red suit. And I'm going to go ahead and show everybody what this guy looks like as he lands. And as he comes down in, are you guys going to do anything? Or are you just going to kind of look at him weird? Or what's it going to be?
100% look at him weird.
Right. Is there any way that any of us would recognize this person?
You could make a common knowledge roll with a -2.
Alrighty.
It's worth trying.
Might as well.
Which worlds can happen? D4 -2. Yeah,
So
we'll see.
Here come the dice rolls. Always excited for dice rolls.
Yep.
All right.
We were rolling common knowledge, right?
Correct. With a -2.
First crit fail of the evening.
First crit fail of the game.
I got a 1, but I didn't roll a 1. I got like a 2 and a 1. Which
Okay.
It's just a
The D4 failed me, the D6 did not. I have
Jody's here. Hi,
I
Jody.
have a 6. Hi, Jody.
I rolled a crit fail
Jody,
just for you.
Please tell me you arrived in time to see Ronnie roll the first crit fail of the game. You
did hear crit
indeed
fail.
hear crit fail. All right. So the Weaver had a total of 1. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
What did Cinder have?
A 6.
A 6. How about Concertina?
Rolled a 5, so a 3.
That is correct. So right now, the only person who has passed is Cinder. And
Look out, guys. It's the Flamer.
I'm the flamer around here.
Ronnie,
I love this.
give yourself a penny. All right. He's already broken the game master.
I love this.
And I'm assuming as you shout, "Look out, it's the flamer," you're probably like making a threatening gesture or something.
Oh yeah, like Stars and Stripes hair, like keyed in on him, I'm like ready to go. Like I'm literally like bobbing back and forth. It's the Flamer, and I'm just like itching to pull the trigger.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So as you spin and point your guns at him, Cinder realizes that this is like a 2-bit supervillain, kind of lower tier. Mainly does small work. He goes by the name of Firefly. And as Merkin Eagle turns his guns on him, he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, friends. I come in peace. I swear on my flamethrower. Hey,
Really?
nice all you got there. Can I have some of that?"
You're asking nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna think no.
Oh, well, okay, okay. I get it. It's
Though I do admire the pyrotechnics.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I didn't just drop in for no reason. You see, I've only been here a few days, and I've been looking for you ever since. Yeah, the aliens are still dumping people here into New York, but no one's coming out. Not yet, anyway, and that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. See, outside of the city, there's a resistance movement, so to speak, called Omega. We're giving it to them good in Star City. For some reason, the Vasori ain't leveled that place yet, but Omega is worldwide. Want to know who leads it? Our old pal, Dr. Destruction. That's who.
How can we
Who?
know you're telling the truth?
Weaver can make a common knowledge roll. This one actually gets a +2.
Okay.
And anybody else who wishes to make that can also make that
Ooh, I'm
Same
currently
common
acing
knowledge.
everything.
American Eagle's too busy, like
Nice.
getting ready for a fight to try to pay attention to what this guy is saying. He's like, "What's his angle? If I flap my wing and go over here, I can get him from there. But I like this angle." He's thinking strategy.
I got a math 17. Sorry.
Doggone.
Yes.
You do indeed know who Dr. Destruction is.
I
He
didn't
will
do
be-
quite as well, but I got a 9.
Did Concertina make that roll as well?
I did. I got an 8.
Perfect. Strategery, Ronnie. It's strategery.
Correct.
So anyway, you guys do indeed know who Dr. Destruction is. He is the preeminent villain prior to the war. It was thought he had retired. However, he has come out of the woodwork since. You've heard he's been doing some stuff. He's a gizmo-based supervillain, but he is known to be like a tier 5 level genius. His intelligence is off the charts. To give you a comparison, think oh shoot, Mr. Fantastic. I can't remember the character's name other than Reed.
Dr. Doom.
Reed Richards.
Reed Richards, that's it. Reed Richards level of intelligence type of guy. And he's a villain who apparently has come out of retirement. Yeah, I guess. There's John helping me out, but I wasn't looking at the correct screen to see it.
I posted it after you got the answer, or at least it didn't come through on my side until after that.
Yeah. Thanks, John. So Firefly lets that kind of sink in for a moment that Dr. Destruction sent him in to find you guys. And then look, I don't know why exactly, but Dr. Destruction wants your group. We call it a cell to break out of here. So I had to get captured and thrown in here so I could tell you how. I'm hoping you'll take me with you when the time comes, though. And with that, he kind of, you can't see his face because of his helmet, but he does kind of seem like he's very carefully watching American Eagle as he steps over towards Concertina, and he holds out what appears to be a small metal disc that's about 2 inches in diameter and about half an inch thick. You guys recognize it as a hollow slug. When you put it in a hollow player, which I don't believe any of you have a hollow player, it plays a pre-recorded holographic message, not measure.
Oh, are you a fan? Would you like me to sign that for you?
No, 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 no. You need to play it, preferably when I'm not around. Anyway, don't play with it now. I don't want to see it. DD was very specific that this is for your eyes only. I got a comm link here for you that'll reach me. I'm going to find some ration bars, hole up somewhere high, and wait this thing out. We don't have a lot of spare batteries, so I'll check in at high noon every day. Got it? Need something? I'll do my best, but I ain't quite in the same league as you guys, so I'm staying out of the way. But when you're ready to bolt, say the word and I'll come in hot.
Is that last line supposed to be a pun?
I
So
see.
so do I shoot him now or?
I don't know. Is this one of those pyramid schemes I've heard so much about?
No, no, no. Dr. Destruction would not do such a thing, especially when he's looking to kick the Finns and their masters right off of our planet.
Do you like the sound of that?
I do like the thought of them being gone as well.
See, the outside world sounds good to me.
Indeed. And not going to lie, I cannot wait to get back out of here because, frankly, this place is a dump. I thought New York was bad before the war, but now?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a shithole, isn't it?
You ain't lying, sister. All right. Unless y'all got any more questions, here's my comm frequency, and he hands a sheet of paper over to Concertina as well that has a little frequency on it. It says, now, out of my way, I'm flying here. And he fires up his jetpack and launches himself back up into the sky and quickly disappears into the urban jungle.
Nice.
So why didn't you give me the signal? Usually when they turn their back, that's when we shoot, right? Am I mistaken?
Because he's not somebody we want to shoot right now. Later, maybe. But not
Yeah.
right now.
Best not to shoot the big boss's dog, right?
Fine, but if it comes back on us, don't say I didn't say so. You know, tuck Stars and Stripes back away.
Well, I did say you might be able to later.
We were awfully close to him as well, and those tanks were probably explosive.
I mean, you do know that he was carrying a flamethrower, so yeah, probably very explosive.
Mhm.
I mean, easier to take down later.
Right.
Indeed.
If you say so.
Is that a holodisc? Did I see that he gave you, Concertina?
Yes. As well as his comm frequency on this paper. So now
Anybody know where there's a player?
Well, you guys could do some salvaging to see if you can find one.
Okay.
Well, first, what's in this cart that we stole? Divvy
Oh
that
yeah.
up.
What's in the cart?
That is a very good question. Inside the shopping cart, all of your belongings that you have no idea what they were before they were clearly yours. There's a decent haul of ammo of various calibers, a bunch of different sized batteries. So if you find a hollow player, you at least have batteries.
That's nice.
Several days worth of canned foods, few bottles of water, and some jewelry. All told, rough ballpark figure, you got about $500 worth of salvage right there. But no hollow player.
I mean, that's a pretty decent haul.
It is indeed.
Anything worthwhile in the broken down car?
Nope, that car is absolute junk.
Okay.
Whoops, I clicked the wrong button.
Oh no, the world is
Good job.
It's almost like technical difficulties never happen on stream.
Right?
I mean, at
Never. Just never.
least I wasn't
Also,
the cause of them this time.
Yeah, I had my share before I came on camera, so that and fighting a kitten who wanted to literally latch onto my arm and hug me while I'm trying to use a keyboard. That was fun.
all right. So you guys gonna make your way into town and see if you can salvage some stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In particular, a hollow player.
Pardon.
All right. So
See, that's contagious.
this
I know, I'm
is-
trying.
Thank you, John. I was just looking at that. John is being helpful as always giving the answer before I look at the screen. So like John said, scrounging here in New York requires a survival test. And remember, if you do not have survival, it's a D4 minus 2.
Oh, look, I'm skilled.
I actually put something into that. I'm proud of myself.
CC thinking ahead.
I know. What the fuck? Or,
I failed,
There
but
it is. There.
not a crit fail.
Cinder's more the type to beat things out of somebody rather than search for it, but
I wish to apologize to Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Sometimes I cannot control CC's mouth.
I am tired. Okay.
Snake eyes, baby.
I got
Failed.
8.
Oh, this is fun.
it's D4 minus 2, right?
Correct.
A 0 and a -1. I think I'm going to spend a penny just for the heck of it. Told you the luck streak wouldn't last forever.
That's unfortunate.
We're going to switch dice. Let's see.
John, John,
these two do.
none of our players are Canadians. For those of you watching, if you're not familiar with that, I recommend looking up war crimes involving Canadians in World War One. For all the politeness and generally niceness that Canadians have, they are number 1 on the leaderboard for war crimes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've heard of some crazy crap that they pulled.
Hey, James,
Yes.
my luck when spending a penny stands
Okay.
10.
All right. So we got a 10 and 8, a failure, a fully loaded skunk. Hey, I am actually looking to get a deglanded skunk as a pet. I told my wife she could have a pet, another cat if I could have a pet skunk, and she agreed.
Oh my.
I think their angry stompies are like the cutest thing.
They really are.
All right.
Jane, good question.
I have an answer.
One at that battle. Can I fix that with a first aid kit? I do have one in my inventory.
Did you pick up a wound?
Yes, I was at
Ah.
wound.
You can attempt a healing check. So you may want to do that before we determine what is happening with oh, looks like it's just going to be at a D4 minus 2. At least you don't have the additional minus or the additional penalty. No, Jody, they are not pets. They are indentured servants.
At least until 18.
So I got a 4.
All right. That is enough to remove the wound.
Fabulous.
And so first, we have... Oh, I actually got to get my dice out.
Oops.
Good news is it's always close. All right. So the failure, you still find. Let's see here. Oh, you find, Ronnie, a total of $16 worth of useless junk that apparently someone else didn't think was worth taking with them. So you can just record that on your sheet as useless salvage worth $16. CC Weaver had.
So it's what, like a bunch of used Enya CDs or?
I feel like we may not get much accomplished tonight.
And that's from American Eagle's perspective. Just a little clear, less hate coming my way.
That's fair. That's fair. Trust me, you will not reach the level of hate that I received when the episode with Daisy's death released. Yeah, I will not repeat some of the things that were said to me. What was your total again there, Sender?
I had 10.
10. And what about Weaver? So I think you both got. Okay. So Weaver, you find $170 worth of general salvage, and that's how you'll record it on your sheet. This could be like any number of little items that. So the way that the salvage will work is like, say you need something in particular, you can make a quick roll with a bonus to see if you have it in your salvage. So things like toilet paper, cans of Dr. Pepper when your radiation poisoning is a little high, and things like that. I mean, you're not wrong, John. You are not wrong. Okay, now Sender, however, you actually find hidden in an old storage locker a brand new, pretty much untouched hollow player. Now the question is,
looky, what's cooking?
and you can go ahead and add that to your inventory. The question is, though, do you guys want to stay here and play it, or do you want to take it back to your lair to play it?
The lair would be safer.
The lair would definitely be safer, especially if he's not allowed to hear it. So, like, Mr. Jetpack guy.
Firefly. His name was Firefly.
I don't care.
Firefly.
The Flamer.
The Flamer.
That's how Sender's going to start referring to it.
All right.
American Eagle always thinks it's best to return to the roost, as it were.
So let us go to the lair.
In Savage TOS, where do we put notes?
And I will expand this. And for now, I'm going to remove the fog because this is your lair. Surely the fog is not important right now. I should probably change the background, but that's okay.
There's also the logo covering.
I know.
Okay.
I'm having. Don't mind me. I'm having a stroke.
Should anyone not know what this show is?
I gained another year of life today, and so I think I'm ready to die at this point.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, man.
It's funny how none of my players knew, but I've been getting random people telling me happy birthday all day.
I haven't been on Facebook today, and that's how I keep track of birthdays. And I also haven't known you for, well, I don't think I knew you your last birthday.
No, I don't think you did. I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't get signal at work to really check things very much,
Thanks.
and
by
their
the way.
internet sucks there.
If I remember my own birthday, it's a good year.
That too.
At least I'm not yet half a century old. All right.
I
So
am more than that, so.
the
To answer your earlier question, Mabel, it's under the journal tab of your character sheet when you edit it. That's where you can put notes and such.
Let me see if I can find that. There it is.
So as you can see, it's a fairly nice apartment. It's on the top floor of a tenement building that has a brain fart, that used to have like a deli on the first floor. And this was actually one of those things I meant to get, and I have been so busy at my day job. I really need to make money doing this so I don't have to go to the day job anymore. That I forgot to add the picture. So on occasion, you are going to see pictures of the real world locations to give you an idea of what it looks like before everything went to hell. But right now you're in a building, an old tenement building, old deli on the first floor that's already been scavenged all to heck. No elevator, because I mean this building was built way back in the day. And you are on the 6th floor of it. So you've got a high enough roof that you can launch yourself from there, American. And you guys do have a nice little patio right out here to the north on the map. Where's my pings? There it is. So right up in this area, you've got a nice little balcony. You got your kitchen, your washroom, the master bath, and the master bedroom. But you'll notice that there's 2 beds in there instead of 1. Another bedroom and yet a 3rd bedroom. So you guys can decide who's bunking up together. And of course, yet another bathroom, and then your living room here. So I assume you guys are going to set the Hollow player right there on the coffee table in the living room so you can all see it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Whoops.
And
So,
excuse the weird things my voice is doing tonight. Michigan winter is still not agreeing with me.
I mean, have you guys even gotten cold yet?
Oh, yes.
Because it hasn't gotten cold here in Northeast Ohio yet. Everybody keeps complaining. I'm like, it's not below 0 yet.
Yeah, it's fortunately stayed above that for the most part.
Before Christmas, or no, right after Christmas break, we had in the negatives, and they canceled school because of it.
No, they finally canceled school.
Oh my
They
God.
canceled school today for inclement weather. I think the roads were too icy. But we were single digits last night, so.
My job is a wimp. They sent us home because of freezing rain.
I mean, Texas shuts down with a ½ an inch of snow.
Less. If
That's true.
if there's the threat of an 1/8 of an inch, everything shuts down. Everybody's panicking, rushing to the nearest grocery store.
Years
You
ago,
hear
I was
sneeze of a freaking snowstorm there, or even a flake of snow.
Years ago, I was visiting a friend down in Dallas, Fort Worth, when they got ½ an inch of snow. I'm a northerner. I was driving like normal. Cop pulled me over, was going to give me a ticket until he looked at my license. And he's like, you can go. All right. So you load the Hollow Slug, you hit play, and you see the imposing figure of Dr. Destruction, his special, completely sealed armor prominently on display. And he looks right at the camera, which, watching it through the Hollow player, no matter which side you're on, it looks like he's looking towards you. And then he begins to speak. Greetings, Concertina. I'm glad to hear that you survived the Visoric cordon of New York City. I'm sure you'd like to escape and join the rest of us in freeing our planet from these alien scum. And I have devised a way for you to do so, you and any companions that you may have acquired. To escape from New York, you will need to gather some items. If you follow my directions precisely, this plan has a 93.7% chance of success. No worries. You have up to 6 months to complete these tasks, though not a day longer. Write this down or memorize the list. This message will irrevocably delete itself 5 minutes after activation. After that, the image of Dr. Destruction's face vanishes and a wall of text appears, revealing the following list. I would recommend somebody write this down.
I've got a pen and paper.
I'm ready with the journal open.
100 gallons of Phobos Fear formula in liquid form. And it actually has liquid italicized for this. Ultraviolet goggles or lamp, a black light would suffice to see invisible paint. Big Sis's charm necklace. A specially marked map of the New York City underground straight from the Red Hand. And last, experimental deep diver suits for all of your team who require oxygen to breathe. You'll find what you need at the offices of Russell Engineering. You'll know when to use them, but before you do, make sure to disperse the fear formula ahead of you. Then follow directly behind it.
What was that first one again? I didn't get the whole thing written.
100 gallons of Phobos fear formula in liquid form. All right. Is there anything else on that list that you guys need me to repeat?
The last one, please.
Experimental deep diver suits for everyone on your team who requires oxygen to breathe. And he also notes that you can find these at the offices of Russell Engineering.
Thank you.
You'll know when to use them, but before you do, make sure to disperse the fear formula ahead of you, then follow directly behind it.
And you said it was at where? Sorry.
Russell Engineering.
Okay. Okay, cool beans.
All right. So, as you guys are looking over this list, having been in New York City since the beginning, a few things are pretty obvious that won't require rolls. Phobos Fear Formula is made by Dr. Phobos, and that's spelled Phobos. He is a villain who specializes in fear, but he and his gang have not been seen in a while. Big Sis is the leader of the Psychos gang. And the Red Hand is yet another gang that you will need to deal with to be able to get that map.
They're the ones that hold the subways, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. So the question that becomes is, which item do you wish to begin hunting for? Well, I guess the real question is do you guys want to get out of New York?
Yeah, this place is a garbage dump.
I don't know. There's plenty of goosey rats around.
That's
was
your
that,
opinion, dear.
Nathaniel?
I was going to say, I can't start my world tour if I'm trapped in one city.
That's valid.
I have people to find.
Okay, then the next question that begs to be answered is, which of these objects do you want to start looking for first? Let's see here.
Feels like the ultraviolet goggles or lamp or blacklight would probably be the easiest to obtain.
You could
Okay.
probably obtain them just by scavenging around town.
Yeah.
What about finding any information on the fear formula?
Yeah.
You could try and find clues as to where Dr. Phobos was last seen.
Hmm.
And you know that Phobos is not a very imposing physical specimen. So if he doesn't have a gang, you should be able to take him on pretty easily and either ask him nicely or find some other way to convince him to give you 100 gallons of his fear formula.
I'll ask him nicely.
Mm-hmm. Next question. Any of the two other gangs that we have to look down, like the Psycho Gang and the Red Hand, would they have any information on this formula's location? Or will Dr. Phobos location?
So the psychos, not easy to deal with.
I mean, it sounds like they would
Their
be pretty
name
difficult.
alone should tell you everything you need to know about the psychos.
I'm sure they're perfectly cordial and civilized individuals.
Getting to Big Sis would be difficult with her, but I'm sure that you guys will find a way to do it at some point. As for the Red Hand, they're actually one of the easiest gangs to deal with. They're the largest and most powerful of the gangs. They're a group of former mafiosos and mob hoodlums, and they literally established their power right from the start because they had plenty of guns and muscle. Their leader, Ironhead Tony, sees the Chelsea Piers Waterfront Mall and all the available warehouses nearby. And now he basically runs a marketplace, a mob-owned marketplace. So from the market stalls at the Red Hand Run, you can get everything from food, even some fresh fruits, vegetables, and meat, clean water, ammo, car parts if you guys wanted to get a car, and any other valuables. It's also the place you would go to sell stuff.
So basically getting the specially marked map is just a matter of having the right amount of supplies to pay for it?
Possibly.
Okay.
I mean, you won't know until you actually talk to someone of importance there, because like your regular street hoodlums are not going to have that information.
Well, yeah.
And if it's a map of the underground, the subways and other underground tunnels, odds are it's going to take somebody pretty high up to actually be able to provide that to you.
I mean, there isn't a chance that, there's some superpowered cartographer out there either.
That is not a superpower that you have heard of.
Yeah, his name is the Map. Last I heard, he ran with a girl named Dora.
Oh, I'm going to have abdominal pain before the night is through. Thank you, Ryan. All right. So where would you guys like to begin your quest? Well, I guess it's not really a quest. You guys are villains. Villains don't go on quests.
Well,
Or rampage.
Preferred term, I think, is heist.
Or rampage.
Rampage, yes. What do we know about the
rampages.
offices of Russell Engineering?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So what do we know about the offices of Russell Engineering?
This is the first time you've heard of them.
Okay.
However, let's see here. Oh, look. It told me which page to go to. Odds are, unless like a gang has moved in there, shouldn't be too terrible once you figure out where it's at.
Well, I mean, it sounds like the area of the Red Hand would be a good place for information digging, just by context.
Indeed. I believe that would be some networking roles.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that would be a good place to start. What do you guys think?
I'm not much one for talking. I can start searching for like the black light and the things we can find just laying around. While y'all that have the more chatty skills do your thing.
So what I'm hearing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, split the party.
No.
It's kind of what Cinder is suggesting, but yeah, she's not much one for talking.
Say we have 6 months. We don't really need to split the party yet.
No,
it's the obvious go-to strategery. Split immediately, divide and conquer.
Yeah, let's do that at an early level and see how well it goes later in the game.
You guys are seasoned. It's not early level. You have 4 advancements already.
True. I guess early in this session.
Okay. Okay. Early in this.
That's more of that's what I meant.
Hey, I just want you guys to know, if you decide that you want to split the party, I am 100% for that.
Of course you are.
I don't think I want to go with anything that you support, James, to be honest.
I'm just here for you guys.
I
like this plan.
You
I'm
hear
happy
how
to
much we
be a part
believe
of
this.
it.
All right. So where would you guys like to begin this little adventure of yours? So far, I've heard look for Dr. Phobos and look for Russell Engineering as the prime starting points.
Well, looking for Russell Engineering, since it said that a lot of what we're looking for will start there.
That's where the deep dive suits are.
Oh, that's where the deep dives. Oh, I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. I misunderstood the notes that I wrote.
Can we scavenge on the way to the Red Hand Market?
You could, but each scavenging attempt takes 4 hours.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like if you guys wanted to wait until the next day, get some rest, because I mean, clearly it was exhausting taking on a bunch of scavs.
What time of day is it now?
It is now mid-afternoon, I would say.
Mid-afternoon.
So we could have a light scavenge session on our way, and we'll make it there before dark. I don't know if we make it back before dark.
True. Very true.
As long as we didn't scavenge on the way back, we should be fine.
All right. So
yeah, I mean, I kind of carry light with me.
I mean, that is true. If we need a torch, we've got a walking one.
Jody agrees, by the way.
Yeah, no, I saw that comment, and I was just waiting for you to highlight it.
And if we split the party, we could have 2 separate scavenging sessions in 2 separate areas.
Well, now don't tempt me.
All right. So I am going to, in a moment of charity, recommend that you guys choose one person as the leader of any scavenging rolls, and everybody else either makes a support roll or stands off to the side.
So American Eagle thinks he's the leader in every scenario, but he doesn't have a lick of survival. So maybe not the best choice.
I think Weaver might have like the highest survival of the group. Or the only one who's trained, unless Concertina is. I can't remember.
I'm at a 6.
Okay, Weaver's got a 6 too.
So either one. Who would like to take
Rock,
the
paper,
lead?
scissors?
If you would like to roll, you roll, darling. You go ahead. I'll support. That's fine.
Okay. Well, thank you. Alrighty.
Cinder was about to tell you to kiss and make up or make up your minds. Just do something.
Okay.
That's valid.
That is
All right. So another round of scavenging. I forgot to check. Pardon me.
Cinder will support. It's unskilled, but savage worlds can always happen.
It's a thought
All
that
right.
counts.
So everybody who is supporting, choose the skill that you're going to use to support and explain to me how this is going to work. Now, bear in mind, I have done such things as very recently, even as our pilot, John Doom, was trying to make a very delicate maneuver with our ship. I threatened him with violence and used fighting. And it worked.
I love that.
American Eagle will use his literal eagle eyes and support with notice, flying high in the sky. He's going to be looking for the shiny things.
Go ahead and make that notice check.
Rolled a 6.
A 6. All right, so that's going to be a +1. All right.
Cinder is going to support.
Oh, Cinder, go ahead.
Cinder's going to support by looking intimidating and scaring anybody that comes around away.
Okay, I like where you're going with this. That's very villainous. Go ahead and make the roll, and I will toss you a Benny for that.
Oh, thank you. I forgot to pull out any bennies, so I'm using a dice to mark them.
Yeah, I should really get out my necessary evil bennies and make little name tags to put on the desk in front of me and set bennies on top of them as you guys use them.
23.
All right. So we're up to the +4 bonus. So at this point, Concertina, you can choose to help. But bear in mind that if you get a crit fail, you actually apply a penalty instead of a bonus.
Well,
So
I rolled a 5, so I think I'm good.
Okay. And what skill did you use to help
I was also using notice. I'll be eyes on the ground.
Okay. All right. So Weaver, you get to make your survival check with a total modifier of +4. Let me see if there are any particulars. All right. All right. Go ahead and make that stealth roll.
You mean survival?
Or survival.
I mean, I could try to.
I was
be
reading
sneaky too.
I was reading on other things.
Actually, I've got a D6 on stealth as well, so it would have been the same anyway. In total, with the +4, I got an 11.
An 11. Okay. Where is my action deck? Apparently, I set my action deck somewhere out of sight because I need to draw on that to see what table we've got. All right. Let us see what suit we get. A spade. Spades are fun things like that. All right, so you got a raise and where is my chart? I should really put these charts on there. Rare find on 24, which is going to be I will let you roll the D, or no, I drew the card. Never mind. Oh.
Oh,
So as you guys are scavenging, this is kind of funny. This one came up so early.
Oh no.
You manage to, like, you're digging in a pile of stuff that you think might have something important, and then you notice that there is an old soda machine up against a wall, and it's kind of popped out a little. And you see behind it, the soda machine is actually the cover for a secret door.
Okay.
And as you look in, there is a very high-tech looking tunnel leading down and still has lights on and everything. So you're surprised that this hasn't been found yet. You going to make your way in to check things out?
I'm going to let the rest of the crew know that I found this before I start shoving my head in there. Also, can I do a notice check to see if it's even safe to begin with to go down there?
Sure.
Okay. Because I feel like that's probably a good way to get killed, is to just go down there blindly by myself.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah. Let's see. I only got a 4.
you got a 4. So that's a success.
Okay.
As you are looking down the hallway, you notice that structurally it is definitely very sound.
Okay.
And at the far end of the hallway, about 10 yards or so, excuse me, you see another doorway. This one is labeled with an odd symbol. And as you're looking at the symbol, give me a common knowledge check.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, ace. 8. I got 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
The symbol is that of a serpent swallowing its own tail. And as you're looking at this, suddenly you realize you've seen this symbol before.
It's the Ouroboros.
There was a hero known as Alan Fate. And he was equal parts inventor and sorcerer, and the most vociferous opponent of the Green Hag, who lives in Central Park now. And he created a device that could bring the dead back to life.
Ooh.
That sounds quite useful.
You gonna head on down to the door?
She's gonna kind of gesture to get other people's attention.
As soon as you mention it, American Eagle swoops down out of the sky, folds and tucks his wings, and goes darting down the hall straight for the door.
I didn't say to do that.
Because he's impulsive.
I knew what was going on.
Uh-huh.
You said there was something with a snake. I hate snakes.
And you see an image of a snake up on the wall.
I
up on the
knew
door.
it. What does this
Wait
mean?
a second. Hold on. What just happened?
To what?
I don't know what happened. You tell us what happened.
That's what I'm trying to figure out real quick, because I ended up clicking to check something and it came up with the wrong character sheet, and I'm hoping that hasn't been the whole time.
I mean, that would be a very easy thing to do.
That's what I was about to say.
Been. I clicked on the right one. For some reason, it went to mine for Reign of Winter, and I was confused why it looked off, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
No, this is not Bumble's setting.
No, and that's why I was like, okay, something's off, because my character sheet, I thought that things were in different places. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm having a moment.
Clearly, she has early onset dementia. Very early.
I clicked on the right thing, and then it took me to the wrong page, and I think it was because I refreshed wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
So American Eagle's pushing the door open and hopping in.
The door swings right open, and inside you see this extremely high-tech room that not only is it just filled with technology, there's also arcane symbols scribed onto the walls, and in the center of the room is a like a bed that also has a bunch of different things over it. It has a canopy that comes down on it, and labeled on the end of the bed is the word Lazarus.
I found Lazarus is bad. Who's Lazarus?
Go ahead, and if anybody has weird science, they can make a weird science roll as they're looking around this room and putting things together. Spell casting would be acceptable as well. I don't think any of you have super sorcery, though.
Nope.
I have no idea what any of this is.
All right. So anybody who would like to make an unskilled check can do so.
I'm all over it.
I'm watching at the door to make sure nobody comes.
I failed.
That's an unpopular job.
It's at a -2 if it's unskilled, right?
Correct.
I got a 6 in total.
My second critical fail of the evening.
Oh
no.
Jody, I need the image of your critical fail token. If you could send me that, that would be amazing, because I feel like I need to start handing these out.
I think so.
So, Weaver, you are certain you know what this is. However, Concertina, you are certain that this is a euthanasia chamber.
Oh, Jesus.
It's obvious he was experimenting on monkeys and rats in here.
Weaver, you're looking at it and you're starting to piece everything together. And you realize that this machine, through technology and magic combined, can bring a human back to life, specifically a human. So American would be shit out of luck. You think it might work for an Atlantean, You have made Jody's favorite list, Nathaniel.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you.
The catch is that you notice off to the side of the Lazarus bed, there's a place where it's got several little adapters, and in only one of those adapter spots is a crystal. A single crystal glowing with a mystic light. The other spots where it looks like similar crystals would fit are all empty. So you could use this to bring a human or possibly an Atlantean back to life, but you can only do it once.
That's unfortunate that it's only useful once.
Unless you can figure out how he makes how he made the mystic crystals.
Which that would take another weird science roll, wouldn't it? Or would it be research?
It would require both magic and science. Weird science.
Wait. I don't see magic. A cult, maybe.
It is a superpower called super sorcery.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that shit. Okay.
I didn't think so.
Do any of these computations look like a UV light to anyone?
No, none of them do. And now you know you can bring at least one party member back if the worst happens.
If only there was still a Spencer's Gifts, it'd be so much easier to find it.
Absolutely.
And as you make note of your find and you carefully hide it once more to keep other people from coming off with it, is there anything else you're going to do to make sure nobody else can use this?
Does the crystal look like it's an easy to slot thing? Like you just pop it out, pop it back in.
Pick it right up.
Well, that's exactly
that's valid, Jody. You would need their body because you got to lay it in the bed.
Well, if no one stops him, American Eagle's just going to go over and pluck the crystal out and tuck it in a pouch.
Okay.
Are there any? Is the one door the only entryway?
Yep, only one way in and one way out. And as you pull the crystal out, American, the lights dim, the machines power down, and it gets dark in the room, and the only light you can see comes from the fading sunlight at the end of the tunnel. And as our group of villains gets ready to head onwards to downtown, or to downtown, because you guys were heading to the Speak with the Red Hand.
Yeah. That
is where we'll pick up in 2 weeks.
One more thing. As we're leaving, Cinder is going to break the knob off the door. I can always break it back in. Break us back into it.
So long as you can fix it.
I hope you have repair.
The door comes down.
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. We appreciate you watching. And we will see you again in 2 weeks for the next session of Altered Morality, A Necessary Evil Tale. And just remember, folks, keep it savage. We'll see you next time.